What is good, everybody? This is your boy Jho-RPG with another unboxing video coming at ya. For all of you who found this channel for the first time and like the gaming content I provide, please give this channel some love and subscribe. Now, just a while back, Sony announced that they were going to discontinue the digital support for the PS3, PS Vita, and the PSP. And then after some complaints, they rescinded that decision and said that they will only retiring the support for the PSP. Meaning that by July 2nd of 2021, Sony will stop offering PSP games in the PlayStation Store. But even though people can still get the PSP games digitally from other websites out there, the time for collecting actual physical copies of PSP games became more apparent for game collectors. So, on this two-part video, I will be showing you guys some JRPGs that I was able to acquire before the Sony announcement was dropped. For part 1, here are the first 7 JRPGs that I got, in which I only have very few limited knowledge of. Let's go. Oh. Summon Knight. Summon Knight 5. Now, to be honest, I don't know that much about this game. As far as I know, the main series were only released in Japan by Banpresto and Namco Bandai. Summon Knight 1 and 2 for the PS1 and Nintendo DS. Summon Knight 3 and 4 for the PS2 and the PSP. And Summon Knight 5 then got the Western release for the PSP, while Summon Knight 6 also got localized for the PS4 and Vita. This, however, is my first Summon Knight game, and knowing that the previous games were Japanese only, I'm not sure if I'm getting those for my collection. My initial impression of this game, with the videos that I have seen, it is a visual novel style tactical JRPG that is said to be 300 years after the events of Summon Knight 3. You can choose between the male or female protagonist and choose 1 out of 4 characters to be the companion for the lead. Next is Grow Lancer, Wayfarer of Time. Now, just like Summon Knight, this is another game that I know almost nothing about. The Grow Lancer series was released mostly in Japan for the PS1, PS2, PS3 by Atlas and Sega, with only a few installments that reached the West. Grow Lancer is almost said to be the spiritual successor for the Langrisser series, having Urushihara Satoshi as the same artist for both. Wayfarer of Time is a visual novel tactical JRPG serving as the 4th installment for the series, and it would be my 3rd Grow Lancer game aside from her Heritage of War and Generations. Next we got Dragoneer's Aria. So one fateful evening, I just happened to stumble on this game browsing around Facebook Marketplace, and selling price was only 20 Australian dollars. I checked out some videos in YouTube, and my initial impression was it is a turn-based JRPG that somewhat resembles Fire Emblem when it comes to enemy encounters. With only that much information going on for me, I went ahead and bought it. Not really sure why the seller was selling this game for that much, but I'm not the one to complain. So Dragoneer's Aria was made by Studio Hitmaker and published by Nippon Ichi Software, then localized by NIS America. Next one. So we got Valhalla Knights. I saw this game on eBay selling for 22 Australian dollars, and the cover for this one kind of gave me the hint that it is a role-playing game. Looking at some video game footages of it, it's an action role-playing game that resembles recent Tales of and Star Ocean games, where the entire party moves independently unless programmed to act specifically. And just like that, I decided to take it. And this game was developed by Marvelous Entertainment and published by Exceed Games in North America and Rising Star Games in Europe. Okay, next one. So we got Phantasy Star Portable. The first one I played was Phantasy Star Online for the PC, and I had a PlayStation instead of the Dreamcast back then. Back then, the internet service of the Philippines was not really reliable to keep you online long enough before things got really slow. This game was 40 Australian dollars when I saw it on eBay, but it has the PSP Essentials logo on it, which basically means this copy is just a re-release. And I would have preferred the original print, but there was none listed on eBay, so I reluctantly went for this one. What convinced me was the game footage. As my initial impression, it's an action RPG which somewhat resembles Phantasy Star Online, where there are a single player and a online multiplayer mode. Oh, Generation of Chaos. When I was on a PSP buying spree, I saw this game on eBay being sold for $25 US, but I was able to get it for 20. Judging by the front cover, I had a hunch it was a JRPG. Now, what convinced me to buy the Generation of Chaos was the game footages of it. My first impression was it is a mixture of Dynasty Warriors, Final Fantasy Tactics, Tower Defense, Civilization, and Romance of the Three Kingdoms set in a alternate medieval dimension. The character sprites look cute, even adorable, as they try to hit and kill each other, and apparently there are a bunch of them, which is not surprising for this kind of game. Generation of Chaos is a turn-based JRPG developed by Idea Factory and published by NIS America. It is also involves kingdom management and army management. Alright, last one. God Eater Burst. So I saw the God Eater games for the PS4, specifically God Eater 2 and 3, and I was somewhat intrigued with the battle system, kaijus of different sizes, and the set of characters and physics-defined weapons. Speaking of characters, there are a lot of sexy designed female characters here. So I got the PS4 games and I was in search for the first installment, and I found it was on the PSP. It took me a while to find an English release version 1 on eBay, but the funny thing about it was it never arrived at my home. The time I ordered the game, COVID is still rampant, and I understood that there would be delays, but over 6 weeks after I placed my order, it was still MIA. Eventually my money was refunded by the US seller, and I was forced to look for another one. This God Eater Burst cost me double than the first game I ordered that did not show. Luckily, this one came from an Australian seller, so it arrived within schedule. And God Eater Burst was developed by Studio Shift and published by Namco Bandai. The other installments were revamped for other modern platforms like PS Vita, PS4, Switch, and Steam. So that is all for now, guys, and these are just the first 7 JRPGs for the PSP that I got before the Sony PlayStation Store bombshell. On the second video, we have another 7 JRPGs for the PSP that I will show to you guys. If you have some PSP games that you recently acquired before or after the Sony announcement, please do share them below in the comment section. Again, subscribe to this channel for more JRPG related content if you haven't already. And I shall see you again on the next video. Bye bye.